عاصف الأنين بداخلي كم مرة قد ذاق قلبي من أساه محن تمر وكم كرهت مصابها لكن رأيت الخير يسكب في أنا كم مرة قد ضقت من عظم الباب.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Subhanallah al-Azim, since opening the channel, I have never allowed personal relationships to get in the way of speaking what I believe to be in accordance to Islamic guidelines, principles, and tenets. Now, since last year, I recorded a series of videos regarding ikhtilat, intermingling, free-mixing, and the dangers, and seeing a phenomenon, what I believe anyway, since the Fresh and Fit podcast, there's been an Islamic inclined program that has followed that pattern, and that's my opinion. And ultimately, the podcast in question, as we know, is the Bit of Truth podcast, wasn't in existence until Fresh and Fit was popular. And likewise, we find others who are now changing their whole dynamics of their channel, trying to follow or attempting to follow Andrew Tate's Hustlers University, and now there's an Islamic, flavor of being prosperous and rich, and there was no such idea or even thought or programs prior to Andrew Tate's popularity that Muslims were engaging in, this capitalistic system or trying to follow this capitalistic system. And again, everyone has their own view, but this is how I see it sitting on this particular sofa. Conversation about ikhtilat, etc., and what's connected to it has gathered some momentum on Muslim Twitter and other social media platforms involving our brothers Ali Dawa and Muhammad Hijab. And I have conversations with them off camera, most notably Muhammad Hijab. We have an open relationship, a pleasant relationship, full of brotherhood, but we disagree. And there's no problem with brothers having disagreements. It's a positive environment, in my opinion, where having conversations such as these, where brothers differ but maintain the muhabba, maintain good relationships, it's positive to see. Like the Madakhila and this intolerant Salafis, disagree with them, and you open up a can of worms. Now, I don't want to touch on the whole discussion. It's just one particular aspect of the discussion that I want to focus on, and I'm sure I'll have a conversation soon enough with our brothers about this topic, which I've had before. But let's listen to our brother Ali Dawa, and we'll respond to him in kind.
I mean, look, I'll just finish off with this, because I found it very interesting,
Yeah.
And Sheikh Suhaib gave me this,
Sheikh Suhaib's in you.
No, I went to him in person.
Yeah.
Bro, look, do you know what's very funny? I went to Sheikh Suhaib's office in person because he gave fatwa.
Yeah.
Do you know who, I was sitting on the table, there was Sheikh Suhaib, etc. Do you know who he invited to the meeting?
Yeah.
His daughter.
Oh, is it?
Uqsam billah, his daughter was there and bringing contribution, was talking about this matter, etc.
Well, bro, do you know, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
I was laughing.
When you're on that point, before I forget,
Yeah.
because I got another thing, since you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Look at this, Akhi. Yeah?
Subhanallah.
Since you mentioned that, look at this. This is something Imam Malik. You know this, right?
Talk to me. Subhanallah, wallahi, while you're finding that, wallahi, I was shocked. You know why? Because I was like, the way they make it seem, some even brothers who are staunch, who were like, okay, if you go to Sheikh Suhaib, Aki, his own daughter, who's a married woman, may Allah bless and preserve her, who has kids, she came, sat down, we had a discussion, they were there. I was laughing, if these brothers saw this gathering, they'll say, look at the Sheikh. A'udhu billah. Aki, this is what we're saying. This Islam doesn't belong to your dad, bro. It doesn't belong to your mom. We followed. You cannot come and accuse us of not following the Quran and Sunnah just because something looks abnormal to you, because you are an ignorant person. You don't know. You can most come and say, brother, we prefer to be more on the safe side. No problem. But you cannot accuse the honor of other people. Whoever it is, not just me and hijab. Whoever is for that matter. You guys are using words like, this man's a dayuf. Do you even know what the word dayuf means? You jahid, you are slandering someone, calling him a dayuf. You don't even know what dayuf means. Just because he decides to do a video with his wife, who's dressed up appropriately.
You heard Ali Dawa mention that he had a discussion or a meeting with Sheikh Shuaib Hassan, and Sheikh Shuaib Hassan invited his daughter, and they were having kind of a conversation. And then Ali Dawa mentioned, like, imagine if the brothers, heard or saw about this, etc., etc. Look, before I make any comments, because I don't speak based on my opinion, let me present Imam Malik, right? Now, just to add, Imam Malik's daughter was an alima in her own right. She memorized the Muwatta. We're not talking about any old caliber, ustada or sheikha on Instagram, what we find nowadays, right? We're talking about the daughter of Imam Malik. You mentioned about Sheikh Shuaib Hassan inviting his daughter to come. This is written by Burhanuddin Ibrahim ibn Ali bin Muhammad Farhoon. Okay, Imam Farhoon. And under the biography of Imam Malik, there's mention of his offspring, his daughters and his sons. And in this particular chapter, it mentions a statement from Zubayri, or there's a account from Zubayri. And he mentions that Imam Malik had a daughter who used to memorize his ilm, meaning, al-Muwatta, used to memorize the Muwatta, his daughter. And listen to this, she used to stand behind the door. Imam Malik's daughter used to stand behind the door. When the reciter used to make a mistake, so Imam Malik's teaching his students, Imam Malik's daughter is behind the door, so why isn't she with the students memorizing as well? The way Ali Dawa was with Sheikh Shuaib Hassan's daughter and they're discussing about ikhtilat and whatnot, why didn't Imam Malik bring his daughter along with his sons as well? They're memorizing the Muwatta. This is not free mixing because Imam Malik's there, the Mahram is there. Why? Anyway, so whenever the Qari that made a mistake, so she's behind the door, Imam Malik's teaching his students. So whenever the student made a mistake, he used to knock on the door. So whenever the reciter or the student made a mistake while reading the Muwatta, Imam Malik used to understand, right, and respond to him. Now, think about this for a second, coming back to me. That she used to memorize the Muwatta and she used to stand behind the door. Explain this to me. Why is she standing behind the door? It's not pre-mixing. Imam Malik said. And Imam Malik used to understand, okay, he's made a mistake. And then Imam Malik used to respond. And to be honest, this story is in many books. It's in every muqaddimah of the Muwatta you'll find. So as you can see on screen, you've got the muqaddimah, Muwatta Imam Malik, right? And you got the story here. And then you've also got another print of Al-Muwatta, and you've got the story here. And Qadi Iyad also mentions this in his book, Tartibul Madarik, okay? Tartibul Madarik, and this particular story is very commonly known. So, I'd like to ask a question to Ali Dawa now. Why wasn't Imam Malik's daughter present in this gathering? If this was not an issue, right? If this was not an issue, why did Imam Malik, Imam Dar al-Hijrah, why didn't he have his daughter with his students studying? They're all studying. It's ilm ad-din, right? It's a matter of the Sharia. And yes, it's not his dad's religion as well. It's not Imam Malik's dad's religion as well. But yet, he understood that, hold on, that's my daughter. Married or unmarried doesn't make a difference. Strange man behind the door. This is how the Imams of the Salaf treated ikhtilat. Sheikh Shuaib Hassan having his daughter there, having a conversation like it's, what's this? And once again, it's not Sheikh Shuaib Hassan's dad's religion. It's not your dad's religion. It's not my dad's religion. And this is just irrelevant language, to be honest. And like Imam Malik, if anything, let me tell you something. This is the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is Islam, al-Islam that we subscribe to. Imam Malik understood this better than you. He understood it better than me. He understood it better than any of the ulama that you present today. I don't care who it is. Bring whoever you want. Yet, he had his daughter behind the door while studying the Muwatta. She used to memorize the Muwatta, and she was behind the door. And when there was a mistake, she used to bang the door, and then Imam Malik used to understand and then respond. I could assure you, there's many evidences, much more, that I could present. I could dedicate a whole video. But you know what? I'm not. Because I've spoken about this matter before. I don't need to present many more evidences. I've done it already in my free mixing series. Ikhtilat. I've done plenty. The understanding of the ulama of the Salaf is with us. I have to say, it's with those brothers who understand the dangers of ikhtilat. And in times of fitna, you would know in times of fitna that it's restricted more to avoid fitna. You can say, fine, present whatever. But we have precedent now that Imam Malik's daughter was behind the door. She used to memorize. تحفظ علمه. She used to memorize al-Muwatta, يعني al-Muwatta, in the house of Imam Malik with the students. And when the Qari used to make a ghalat, like he used to make a mistake, why isn't she in the room? Why isn't she in the room? Ask me that. Imam Malik didn't understand, right? Yeah, it's not his dad's religion. Yeah, no. SubhanAllah, this is getting ridiculous now. So that's it for this video. Bi-idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My next video will launch the great project. Bi-idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Gaza relief, Egypt alliance team. Bi-idhnillah, you would see the launch of this great project, the presentation, and what we do. And rest assured, we are going to support our brothers and sisters in Gaza, the evacuees, and we know the capitalist charities, with their food convoys or aid trucks, they know that, it's not, we can't get away with this any longer. Trust me, they know what they're doing. So take care of yourself. Sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad.
ليس الغريب غريب الشام واليمن إن الغريب غريب اللحد والكفن إن الغريب له حق لغربته على المقيمين في الأوطان والسكن سفر بعيد وزاد لن يبلغني وقوتي ضعفت والموت يطلبني ما أحلم الله عني حيث أمهلني وقد تماديت في ذنبي ويسترني تمر ساعة